I love the theater.
Cynthia Nixon first hit the Broadway stage at age 14, a place she's always felt at home.
My mother, took me to Shakespeare in the Park from the time I was literally like 3 or 4.
Perhaps best known for her role as a career-minded practical lawyer, Miranda Hobbs from Sex and the City.
What are you going to do over there without your job?
I met up with the award-winning actress. She's taking on a new role, directing Rasheeda Speaking.
Wow. Gonna be a lot of tricks pulled from that particular hat.
The race card, you mean?
It's not so much about someone who is proudly racist, right? It is about our unconscious racism.
But it's creating a very conscious conversation.
That's slave work, since we're on the subject of slavery.
It's the story of 2 women who work in a doctor's office. The characters played by Tanya Pinkins and Diane Wiest.
2 women of different colors who have a really wonderful bond, who have a really great friendship. And you watch that being eroded by racism and by the circumstances of our play. There's a war going on there too.
Because it looks normal enough. It
right.
really does, and that's what's so confusing about it, I think, probably when the audience is here.
A play brought about by a real-life encounter of writer Joel Drake Johnson. An African-American receptionist was rude to him at a hospital once, and as a result, she was fired.
And he was just so taken aback. He said, I just wanted to, an apology or to let you know I never intended to lose someone their job. And so he started thinking about it, and it bothered him a lot, and he wrote about it.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Nixon says it's a message that resonates now more than ever.
I think it's been astonishing for people of all races to see how we can look at the same situation and people of different colors have a really different interpretation of what happened.
And it's a show like Sex and the City that revolves around the lives of women.
Is female friendship.
Sure.
And how deep it can run, and when it starts to fall apart, how incredibly painful that is.
This ain't no attitude, this is real life.
Another similarity, the clever quips and edgy dialogue.
The heart of the show, the thing that made the show so amazing was the writing.
It's like those guys you have the great second date with and then never hear from again. I pretend they died.
The rule was any story that we tell has to have actually happened to someone in the writer's room or someone that someone in the writer's room knew.
Black people should be seen, not heard.
What I'm learning in my very brief time so far as a director is that when you're the director, you're in charge of what it looks like from out here.
A responsibility Nixon takes seriously while still keeping her sense of humor.
Maybe you want to think twice about that decision you're just irrevocably about to make.